Webheads, are you tired of the big two? Well, never fear. The independents are here. Guys, today I am bringing you the top 10 most anticipated indie comics for March 2nd, 2022. Guys, never miss out on your independent comics ever again. Fans, I'm Mike Spiderslayer. This is Comic Book Corner 2.0. Let's get started with this week's list. We're kicking off this countdown now with the book that's on the outside looking in. And this one goes to Transformers Beast Wars issue 13. Enjoy the Transformers, G.I. Joe, and those other properties that IDW currently has because they're going to be going away. Eventually, they'll be going to Image, but I think it'll be quite a while before we see these properties hit other comic books. So again, enjoy them while you can. This one has to do with the Beast Wars, as this has Cheetor looking like he's trying to find some Energon facing off against the Predacons. What Transformer book does not have them trying to find Energon, right? It's just the ageless, the ongoing, non-ending war that happens with Transformers. So if you're into this book, guys, it's coming out next week. It's $4. I haven't read it since issue 1, and I was not a fan. All right, coming in at number 10. Another book. This is G.I. Joe, The Real American Hero, issue 290. So, yeah, guys, I haven't read really very many G.I. Joe titles. It's so far in, I felt like I would be lost. I've tried a few independent, stories, staying away from the main book. I might jump on board again when Image takes it over, but I don't know. If you're into G.I. Joe, we're on issue 290. It's 32 pages and it's $4. All right, let's move forward to number 9 on the most pulled independent comics. And this one goes to the last book you'll ever read. This is issue 5. I read issue 1 and 2 of this, and it seems, there's some time between issues when they come out, and I kind of just lost interest in the story. But it is an interesting tale about this author who writes this book, and then when people read it, they wind up going crazy. She winds up getting a bodyguard to protect her. She has a relationship with the bodyguard, but he can't read the book. So it's kind of a weird story. It's done by Vault Comics. This would be a good one to read if you haven't started it yet, to read it in trade, because you're probably not going to be able to find these issues on the rack at this point. This book is $4. All right, move on to number 8. This is Mark Millar's book, and this is Magic Order 2, issue 5. I read a couple issues of the first volume of this series. Not a huge Magic person. This was not one of my favorite Mark Millar books. I like the current one that he's writing right now with the King of Spies. I think that's a really well-written book. He's written Nemesis, Kick-Ass. Those books for me are really, really good. This one just not hitting home for me. So it does have good artwork. I like Stuart Immonenen's artwork, if I said his name right. And this one is $4. All right, next we move on to number 7, guys. This is a perfect jumping on point if you want to follow a superhero universe in Image. And this goes to Rogue Sun issue 1. This character has actually made his first appearance on New Comic Book Day this current week in Supermassive. And so this is his first ongoing issue. So this character's name is Dylan Siegel. His father wound up getting murdered. He was the last Rogue Son, and this boy wants to carry on his legacy. Very interesting to see what this character has to offer in the overall grand scheme of the Image superhero universe, and how it crosses over with Radiant Black and everything like that. So again, guys, I think this is a great book to pick up. I'm surprised it's not higher up on the countdown. All right, next, moving on to number 6, we have Adventure Man issue 8. Read the first issue of this, and then I just dropped it like a bag of rocks. I did not like this book at all. I'm surprised it's still out, and actually we're only on issue 8, and I feel like this title came out 2 years ago. So this is a very slow burn type of book when it comes to being released. This is something I personally don't recommend, but a lot of people that, are reading it, maybe they're enjoying it. That's why it's number 6 on this countdown. It's a $4 comic. All right, next, coming in at number 5, we have Newburn. This is issue 4. I read issues 1 and 2. It's a great story written by Chip Zdarsky about this cop who obviously works for all the mobs. And if someone wants to kill this guy, where they're going to have to answer to the mafia, it has kind of this like Dick Tracy vibe to it with the art style and whatnot. I did drop it because this is something that might take a little bit more brain power, and that might seem lame, but like I read so many comics, there's times where I forget certain details of certain comics, and when it comes to these like detective or investigation type of comics, I could miss certain details. So that's kind of why I dropped it. Not a bad story at all, just not my favorite book, I guess, personally. So this is Newburn issue 4. All right, coming in at number 4, we have The Walking Dead, issue 34. So we got Rick Grimes, Michonne, and their new allies from Woodbury return to the prison to a horrific surprise. So this is right after, obviously, Michonne took care of business when it comes to the governor, and now they got to return back to the prison. Again, I say this every time this book comes out. If you're reading this for the first time, congratulations that you decided to read it, because you're in for such a great story. And I hope you enjoy every single page. Gotta love it because it's in color for you. So enjoy the read. 28 pages, $4. All right, next, coming in at number 3, we have crossover issue 12. Guys, this is getting ready to come to an end. It's going to end on issue 13. Donny Cates is currently in the story, and this left with a crazy cliffhanger in the last issue. This is a huge spoiler, so I'm going to give you a second. Negan was at the end of the last issue, and you're just like, what? This dude's the big bad in the comic book? I thought that was pretty awesome, right? This book has been hot and cold for me. It's very meta. At times there's great action, and then at other times there's just a lot of standing around doing nothing, right? But at the end of issue 11, things heated up with that surprise at the end of the issue, and then it's like, all right, we got to finish it off. I want to see what this villain is going to do in this comic book. Looking forward to it. This one is 32 pages, and this one's $4. All right, coming in at number 2, and I hope this picks up because issue 7 was a little bit of a lackluster for me. This is Nocterra, issue 8. It's titled Pedal to the Metal. This is part 2. This is 32 pages. It's a $4 comic. We get to see Val and the rest of the crew. They're going to have to solve this mathematical equation to hopefully end this PM nightmare that the world is going through right now, that's changing humans and animals to all these PM shade creatures, right? But they have to face the big bad, which is Blacktop Bill. They got to try to find him, and then we find out there's more others like Blacktop Bill as well. This is a pretty interesting story. Last issue was very dense. It focused on getting new readers on board, and so that's why I thought it was a little slow. So now I'm hoping that the issue or the story picks up after that issue 7. All right, so the number 1 most pulled independent comic for March 2nd goes to Spawn, issue 327. The war for control of the Dead Zones enters a new phase as a surprising faction emerges, one that threatens to destabilize Spawn plans to rid the world of the forces of heavens and hell. So if you guys have been reading Spawn since around issue 298, 299, 300, you've been obviously seeing what things have been building up to when it comes to the character, the universe, all the other books that are out there. Spawn has these gates that are actually closed. He closed them so nobody can leave Earth. Like, no one can go from hell and back, or heaven and back, and people are getting pissed off at Spawn for doing that. And so there's all these wars that are starting to wage on. So it's a pretty cool book. And again, I say it every week, you can't beat the price. It's $3, guys. So what is my sleeper pick of the week? Well, this one goes from Zenescope Entertainment, and this character's name is Robin Hood. And this character was created from Patrick Shan a few years back, and there was some great stories that he told about this particular character. She's got a new story arc that is getting ready to come out right now, and if you like this particular story that's getting ready to come out, you might want to go back and pick up some of Patrick Shan's original work with this character. She's a great character. You get to learn about her origin story, where she came from, and all kinds of stuff like that. But this is just another chapter in her stories, so I definitely recommend this new Robin Hood title from Zenescope Entertainment. So guys, there you have it. There are the most anticipated indie comics for the week. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Remember, this is not mine. This is your guys, based off of Leagues of Comic Geeks. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit that bell so you don't miss any notifications from me. And if you like this content, more content right here to click on, guys. And as always, keep buying, keep collecting, and most importantly, always read your comics. Guys, thank you so much. I'll see you real soon.